show you an exciting new educational frontier that I've been using to study cyber terrorism. So let's begin. As she mentioned, I'm a double major in international and global studies in Near Eastern and Judaic studies. I also work fixing all of your lovely, crazy computer issues at the university's help desk, getting tons of phone calls from you guys. So I've been doing all this since my sophomore year, and that's led me to my project, Flashback Terrorism. I've come up with the idea for this project. So can anyone tell me, just raise your hand, if anyone has an idea of something that relies upon the internet? If anyone wouldn't mind just volunteering. Yep. Email, yeah. Bank accounts.
Social media.
Yeah. Okay. So you can imagine if some of these things disappeared for a week, a day, a month, any period of time, it could have serious effect on the way we live our lives. We're more interconnected now than ever, and that's really what I talk about with this project. So flashback terrorism is the idea that terrorism can be carried out quickly with nothing more than a little bit of knowledge and a flash drive, or it's called a USB thumb drive also. The idea that someone could take down bank accounts, take down governments, take down nuclear reactors, as we've seen in a whole bunch of countries around the world, with just knowledge and a computer. You don't need a lot of money, you don't need a lot of planning. I couldn't ever study this in a typical course at Brandeis, so what I did was I started a blog along with my advisor, Professor Tim Hickey, who kind of pushed me towards that idea. And through the blog, I'm able to go ahead and study this in a way that I would never have been before. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the blog itself. We're going to go into that. So there it is. We're up on the blog now. And I'm going to show you a few of my posts and a few of my pages up at the top, or the pages up here. And I'm also going to take you through the back end a little bit and show you how easy it is to run something like this with any of your students or with any of your professors. So just a few stats before I begin. I've had since October, over 1,000 unique visitors to my site. So I've been able to share this with a lot of people. And I have over 80 double-spaced pages of content on my site itself. So it's been a great way for me to kind of share these things with the community. So let's start with a particular post. Pull something up for you. Just give me 1 second. Okay. This one right here, Stumbling Upon Cyber Terrorism. So what this post is about is, as part of this project, I've started to learn a little bit more about computer science and programming. And in doing that, I was able to stumble upon a way to send email as someone else without that person's password or anything else. And I realized that if it's that easy for me to do something like that, then it should be that easy for someone else to do that. And that's dangerous, and it's something that I should blog about. So I shared that with the community, and then as you can see, if I click on the post itself, you can go down to the bottom and go ahead and comment right on the post. So you can see my Professor Tim Hickey commented right on that post, and then I was able to respond, and then a Brandeis student was able to comment back, and then I was able to respond back. So not only am I able to share what I'm doing with the whole community and push this out to the whole world, but they're also able to interact back with me, provide me with new ideas that I may have never even thought of before. So that's been really kind of unique and nice. Let's move on to another post. This one's about the Stuxnet worm that's been going around. You may have heard about it. Infected nuclear reactors in Iran and essentially stopped their program for weaponizing nuclear reactors to a halt. So we're going to go down this one right here. The post explains how they've done it, how the worm infects the machines, and exactly how it works. And you can go down to the bottom, and again, there's comments about the legality of Stuxnet and how it works. But the best thing about this is that it's one of my current event posts. My posts generally fall into two categories: reading reactions and current events. The current event posts are great because they enable me to use my readings and what I'm doing to interact with events in the industry and in the world that are happening from a liberal arts perspective. It's really something that I would never have been able to do without this blog. So with that, we'll move on to a reading reaction. Okay. So this is a reading reaction. As you can see, there are citations over here. And it talks about how cyber terrorism is a propaganda threat. and again, there are comments. You can see the comment that has 2 comments over here on the left. The reading reactions can feel a bit more texty with citations and things like that, but it's a really great opportunity for me to interact with the reading and share it with the rest of the world. So we're going to move on to the final post. What actually happened to me is pretty interesting. My blog has obviously grown in popularity, and as a result, back in November, I was attacked by a group of Turkish cyber terrorists. So if you need any kind of proof that this is real, my site was taken down by these cyber terrorists, and I had to get it back up. Thankfully, my internet hosting provider helped with that a little bit. But you can see I have a timeline. They posted this kind of very violent video to my site and posted to their forum, and then I posted back saying I'm hacked, but I got it back. And then I was subsequently the talk of their forums for several weeks while they debated whether or not they were going to attack me. This was all interesting because I could use Google Translate to translate all the Turkish text that they were typing. So I got it all back, thankfully, but it was really interesting when that happened.
Did they, just out of curiosity, did they hack you as themselves? They tried to disguise who they were? Or
No,
they
not
just
at all.
realized
They put a web page on their. They took down my website and put a website in its place that said Turkish attack forces have taken down this website because it's about terrorism and about counterterrorism. So with that, we're going to go through some of the pages. Pages are a little bit different from posts. This is an about page. It has a very pretty page. The about page is great because this has really become more than just a project for me. It's really about my career goals. And the about page enables me to kind of link in with future employers and people who are interested in my career goals and talk to them about exactly what the blog is, who I am, and why I'm doing this. So it's been really great for that. I can kind of just check out this page and find out exactly what I'm doing. The next page I'm going to show you is the academic itinerary. This is kind of a syllabus style page. It goes through all my readings for the past basically year. And the nice thing about it is anyone can follow along. So you can see right here it says main library stacks and then it has the reference number. So if you're at Brandeis, you can look up the book. For things that are online, it has the link. And for things that are on like Google Scholar or Google Books, people who aren't even at Brandeis can follow along. It also has little check boxes so you can follow along with exactly where I am. And then finally it has posts that relate to each reading. So if you're interested in a particular reading, I've had a lot of people come to my site from other universities. They want to see what other people are reacting to a particular reading about. They'll come click on one of these links and read about it and maybe cite me in one of their papers or something. The final page I'm going to show you is cyber self-defense. I built this page to bring in hits to the site. It gives some recommendations about how you can keep yourself safe and your computer safe, kind of defend yourself from all these scary cyber terrorists. And this comes and gets hit by a lot of Google searches. People say I have a virus on my machine, how do I remove it? A lot of people pick up this page for that. So let me show you a little bit about the back end of the site, exactly how it works. Going to pull it up. It's relatively quick. So I'm logged in right now. It's protected by a login background. And it's running this thing called WordPress, which makes it really easy to post. You can see actually if we go right here and click on the posts, you can see all my different posts. It's really easy to just click one and click where it says edit and just go ahead and edit it. I actually have a post right here. And this post is something that I wrote earlier this week. And I usually post something on Thursday, so let's go ahead and post it right now. I just hit the publish button right there, and you can see it's loading up, and there we go, post published. And now we're going to view the post, and there we go, that's live. If you have a computer right now, you can pick that up and see exactly about the new Android Trojan virus that can steal credit card numbers just by talking through your phone. If you say a credit card number, they can pick that up. So it's really that easy to do something like that and interact with the whole community. Posting is really easy. So in conclusion, going forward, I'm defending a thesis, applying for jobs. This project has been a great gateway for that. You really can't go wrong putting this on a resume and showing people exactly what you're doing. I want to give a thank you to the Experiential Learning Program, all the other speakers, finally the Brandeis, Professor Tim Hickey, my friend Eric, who's providing a video recording for me, And everyone else, I really would not have been able to do this project if I wasn't at Brandeis. I probably wouldn't have even gotten interested in it if I wasn't at Brandeis. So, really Brandeis has made this possible. And I'll leave you with one more thing. Please get involved. My blog is here, flashdriveterrorism.com. You can comment, you can follow along with my posts, but most importantly, get involved with your own students, your own professors. This is something that's really easy to do. It's really easy to just start an independent study or something like that on something you're interested in and follow this type of format. If you're interested, I'd be happy to address questions to that or some more technical applications of what actually cyber terrorism is and what the implications of that are. But I thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the speakers.
Great. If not, yes, here we go.
In your opinion, what's the main motivation for the hackers?
There's a couple different kinds of hackers. I actually have a post on this that's about to go live in a couple days. But it's about, there's different hackers that have different motivations. Well, the main hackers that I'm concerned with are kind of hacker advocates, as they're called themselves. And what they're concerned with is, pushing a message or taking down systems in the point to make a message. There are also people who just do this for criminal purposes. I mean, their main goal is to just find your social security number, find your credit card, find protected information, protected personal information that they're interested in exploiting to economic needs. People do this for a variety of reasons. There's also a lot of people who kind of are called white hat hackers. And what they do is kind of protect systems and go around trying to help people. So I'd say, in questioning your motivations, in your question about motivations, there's a whole wide variety as to why you might do this. My project concerns primarily, as I said, with activists, because I found that the most interesting in relation to my majors here at Brandeis. And also I think it's really novel. There's a lot of people who talk about criminal hackers and things like that. But there's a wide variety from criminal to just I'm looking to learn some more about computers and computer systems and networks to what I study, which is cyber terrorism. Yeah.
How do you explain the large number of hits to your site? That sounds phenomenal.
A couple different things. Regularity in posting content is probably the biggest one. I didn't see very many hits until I started posting every Wednesday. And being able to have a regularity with the content I've posted really helped. The other things that help are social media, posting this link to Facebook all over the place, getting my professors to post it on their Facebooks, and to send it to their colleagues. That was huge too. And then the other thing is providing something, it's hard to, especially for students, to convince their friends to read basically their papers when their fellow students are writing their own papers. So making it something that people are interested in, keeping an academic feel when you still need to kind of stray away from that sometimes. So if you saw one of my reading reaction posts that I showed, it wasn't just straight citation, straight text. It had some images in there. Occasionally I'll throw in a video that relates, things like that really can kind of draw hits and bring the content up.
Thank you, Mark. Well, we're just going to move on, and we can, if we have time at the end, we can ask questions of the whole panelists. Next